All right, it's a pleasant afternoon, and we're here at State House, of course, the official office of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. We're here to witness the swearing-in ceremony of the Electoral Commissioner, who has already gone through appointment from His Excellency the President. There has been an approval of Parliament. So this has actually brought us here, which is now the official swearing-in ceremony of the newly approved Electoral Commissioner of the Republic of Sierra Leone. We are trying to see how best we can talk to some government officials around, and it's kind of quiet here as we await His Excellency the President to come and grace the occasion. And we are still here giving you a live coverage. It's a very spectacular ceremony, but it's also very historic. In a sense, there is already a procedure when it comes to the appointment of officials in office. We are still here at State House, giving you a live coverage on the appointment of the Electoral Commissioner. Basically, it has to be the swearing-in ceremony. We've met with one of the government officials whilst we are waiting on His Excellency the President to be a part of this very historic ceremony, so to speak. Also very strategic. Can you tell us your name and who you are?
Mike Barrow, Office of the President.
So what does this mean today, this program?
This is very historic for this country. It's very democratic. As we see,
ladies and gentlemen, please rise for
ECSL Commissioner appointed.
the arrival of His Excellency the President of the
And
Republic
this
of
is
China.
good because don't forget that we are already in the election cycle, and he has to do his work. He needs parliamentary powers. He needs constitutional powers to carry on his work. So it's very historic and it's timely, and we hope this will happen.
All right, national anthem already. His Excellency the President has already arrived in State House. That's the end of the national anthem. His Excellency the President has
Please be
just
seated.
arrived, and of course the program has commenced. The Master of Ceremony
His Excellency
is
the President,
Keke Thomas and the
Honorable Vice President, the Chief Minister, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, and other members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, the Chief Electoral Commissioner designate, other commissioners and staff of ECSL, leadership of political parties, representative of election observers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We now officially call this meeting to order, and I request for a minute of silent reflection. Amen. Amen. Your Excellency, with your kind permission, I would like to invite the Secretary to the President for a declaration of purpose and administration of oath. Secretary to President, please. Secretary to President, please.
Your Excellency, the President, the Honorable Vice President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, it could be recalled that pursuant to Section 32(3) of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, Act number 6 of 1991, Your Excellency instructed the Secretary to the President to consult with all registered political parties of your intention to appoint Mr. Edmond Sylvester Alpha as Chief Electoral Commissioner to Chairman of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. In compliance with that directive, a letter dated 10th February 2026 informed all registered political parties accordingly. Suffice it to mention that the Political Parties Regulation Commission submitted a list of all registered political parties to the Office of Secretary to the President. In response thereto, 12 out of the 14 registered political parties agreed with Your Excellency's proposal to appoint Mr. Edmond Sylvester Alpha as Chief Electoral Commissioner to Chairman, while only 2 of the political parties objected to the proposal. Following the compilation and collation of these responses, Your Excellency further directed that the appointment of Mr. Edmond Sylvester Alpha be made public as a nomination to Parliament. That directive was complied with by a public notice dated 20th February 2026. Your Excellency, by correspondence dated 27th February 2026, the Clerk of Parliament duly informed this office that, I quote, Parliament at its sitting held on the 27th of February 2026 adopted the 7th report and an excerpt of the 5th report of the 3rd session of the Committee of Appointment and the Public Service recommendations contained therein. In effect, Your Excellency, Mr. Edmond Sylvester Alpha has been approved by Parliament as Chief Electoral Commissioner to Chairman of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, consequent to the foregoing, we are gathered here this afternoon to finalize the process of appointment to enable Mr. Alpha assume office as provided for in Section 32(6) of the 1991 Constitution, which states that, I quote, a member of the Electoral Commission shall, before assuming the functions of his office, take and subscribe before the President the oath as set out in the 10th schedule of the 1991 Constitution. With this declaration of purpose, it is now my honor, as Secretary to the President, to present Mr. Edmond Sylvester Alpha and to request that he respectfully rises and subscribe to the oath of office. Mr. Alpha, please. Kindly repeat after me. I,
Edmond Sylvester Alpha,
do hereby in the name of God swear
do hereby in the name of God swear
that I will faithfully and truly discharge
that I will faithfully and truly discharge
the duties as Chief Electoral Commissioner
the duties as Chief Electoral Commissioner
and Chairman of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone,
and Chairman of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone,
and that I will support, uphold, and maintain the Constitution of Sierra Leone as by law established. So help me God.
So help me God.
Next.
Congratulations and a round of applause for the new Chief Electoral Commissioner, Your Excellency. I'm sure the CEC will not change anyone to now say acting, because now it's substantive. And on that note, I now invite the substantive Chief Electoral Commissioner and Chair of the ECSL for an official statement.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio, the Honorable Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Judah Jallo, the Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. David Mweni Nasenge, government ministers and heads or representatives of ministries, departments and agencies, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Deputy Leader of Government Business, and our Honorable Sia President, my immediate predecessor, Mr. Mohamed Kenewi Kone, Electoral Commissioners of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone present here, specifically registered political parties here present. I want to recognize you all, please. Just stand up. Registered political parties that endorse my appointment. Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, members of the diplomatic corps, fellow citizens of Sierra Leone. Today is my day. I want to repeat that. Today is my day. Do not clap for me for that. This is the day the Lord has made for me. So let us rejoice and be glad in it. It is with a profound sense of humility and a deep weight of responsibility that I stand before you today, Your Excellencies, distinguished personalities, members of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, and all other invited guests, to formally accept the appointment as Chief Electoral Commissioner and Chairman of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. A commitment to trust. Before I proceed, let me recognize the presence of the Inspector General of Police, please. It's not deliberate, so I can proceed. I am sincerely grateful to His Excellency the President for entrusting me this great responsibility and leadership, and extend the gratitude of and appreciation of the people of Komon-Tok Chiefdom, both districts, and Sierra Leoneans at large. I humbly express my heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency for the confidence reposed in me to serve in this high office. An appointment to the ECSL is not merely a professional milestone. It is a sacred contract with the people of this nation. I want to repeat that. An appointment to the ECSL is not merely a professional milestone. It is a sacred contract with the people of this nation. Yes. Our democracy thrives on the belief that every voice matters and every vote counts. As I take up this mantle, my North Star will be the Constitution of Sierra Leone. The Constitution of Sierra Leone, and not perception or opinions. I repeat, the Constitution of Sierra Leone and the legal frameworks, rules, regulations, and procedures that govern our electoral processes. My pledges to the nation. To the citizens of Sierra Leone, from the bustling streets of Freetown to the forest reaches of our provinces, I offer these core commitments. Independence. I pledge to exercise my duties without fear or favor, maintaining a stance of strict neutrality in the face of political interests. Transparency. Every step of our process must be visible and understood. We will work to ensure that the how and why of our operations are clear to all stakeholders. Integrity. The sanctity of the ballot box is non-negotiable. I am committed to upholding the highest ethical standards to protect the will of the people. Inclusion. We will strive to ensure that every eligible Sierra Leonean, regardless of gender, physical ability, or location, has a seamless path to exercising the franchise. So political parties and our international partners, my leadership will be based on an open door policy, constructive engagement, dialogue, participation, and objective interaction for our growing democracy. Post-conflict Sierra Leone has metamorphosed within the democratic dispensation from consolidation, maturity, and deepening phases. Our democracy has grown. I want to say that from my 20 years stay in this commission, I have seen democracy grow. You have the right to your opinion on that, those who may want to question that. Hence, we must all rally in this country to strengthen this democracy. Let us collectively think Sierra Leone and place our land that we love Sierra Leone above all else, moving forward. The road ahead is demanding, but I am energized by the opportunity to work alongside my fellow commissioners here seated, and the dedicated staff at the ECSL, most of who are present here this afternoon. Together, we build upon the foundations of our predecessors to further strengthen our democratic institutions. I ask for your prayers, your civic cooperation, and your constructive engagement as we work to ensure that Sierra Leone remains a beacon of democratic resilience in our region. Thank you, and may God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone. And thank you all once again.
Thank you very much, the CEC. Indeed, today is your day, and we had it from the speech. Distinguished guest, Section 40, subsection 3 of the Constitution entrusting the President as the guardian of the Constitution. And consistent with that commitment, it's now my pleasure to invite His Excellency the President for a remarks.
The
Honorable Vice President, Chief Minister, senior members of government, Mr. Commissioner, and all the other commissioners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, I have exercised a power that is vested in me in accordance with the Constitution of Sierra Leone. In opposition, I witnessed the appointment of 2 chairs of the Electoral Commission. I was not consulted because the Constitution demands that I consult, I have consulted and have reached this position. Mr. Edmond Alpha is the chair of ECSL from this date. Mr. Alpha, this is a weighty task, and I don't envy you, but you have with you a set of commissioners who are equally capable to support you throughout this. Your duration, your tenure. I also want to assure you that to the extent that your independence is assured, I will give you all the support you need to be able to perform your duty. I called it a weighty task that must be exercised with humility, responsibility, and patriotism, the love for nation. And that goes for all the other commissioners. This is not a mean feat. It is a great responsibility. And to the extent that you can do it to the best of your ability, you have to. Maybe a little context will help us understand why I have passion for democracy in this country. After nearly 30 years of lack of democracy by a one-party APC government, I put my life on the line to make sure democracy returns to this country. I sacrificed my life and power to make sure that we had the first democratic elections nearly 30 years since that opportunity was squandered. So for me, it is a national task that I perform at all times. And by appointing you today, I have entrusted in your hands a great legacy of a Sierra Leone that is democratic. And if you observe, I have not only stopped at representative democracy, I've taken my time to extend democracy beyond voting. Today, we have liberal democracy with all the freedoms that go with democracy. That is why I freed the press. That is why I removed the death penalty that has been used to cow opposition. And the many things we are doing to even engage after election with the opposition. I never had that luxury when I was in opposition to discuss with the government the way forward. I am seriously vested in democracy in this country because it is the best form of governance. So when I make an appointment and I hear the opposition shout, for me it's normal. That is the work of the opposition. They have to shout. If they do not shout, they are not opposition. But I entreat them to a national discussion because that is the beauty of democracy. we should engage in meaningful dialogue, and I've always engaged them. In terms of the reforms, in terms of the constitution, in terms of the many political reforms, we never had the opportunity, I, as leader of opposition, never had the opportunity to discuss. I was told to go to the police at one point to make my report. But I said, come to the State House, let's discuss. Because I value democracy. I say this because I want us all as a nation to embrace democracy. Not just when it fits us, but when it is good for the whole nation. On that note, Mr. Chair and commissioners, I don't envy your task, but somebody has to do it. And you have the nation on that day to determine, to administer a credible, above board, transparent, free, and fair election to this nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, sir. Your Excellency, with your kind permission, it's also important that we just do a quick roll call of the political parties which endorse the appointment of the new Chief Electoral Commissioner. The National Democratic Alliance, Alliance Democratic Party, National Grand Coalition, the Sierra Leone People's Party, the United National People's Party, the People's Democratic Party, Peace and Liberation Party, Citizens Democratic Party, Revolutionary United Front Party, People's Movement for Democratic Change, United Democratic Movement, and Republic National Independence Party. So you have the full endorsement of majority of the political parties, and thank you very much. On that note, Your Excellency, His Excellency has kindly consented for photo opportunities, and they will go in the following order at the front of the hall. The first would be His Excellency the President and the Chief Electoral Commissioner. The second would be His Excellency the President, the Chief Electoral Commissioner, and the wife. The third would be His Excellency the President, Chief Electoral Commissioner, the Honorable Vice President, Chief Minister, Secretary President, Chair of PPRC, and Deputy Speaker of Parliament. The third would be His Excellency the President, Chief Electoral Commissioner, Honorable Vice President, and the Commissioners. And then the last would be His Excellency the President, Chief Electoral Commissioner, and leaders of political parties. On that note, please rise for the national anthem.
All right. We are now on the national anthem. Still here at the Republic of Sierra Leone's State House, giving you a live coverage on the swearing-in ceremony of Edmond Sylvester Alpha, who has now become the Commissioner of the National Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. We have one of the government officials here, and of course, Mike. All right, Mike is about to take a picture with His Excellency, and of course we have several dignitaries here this afternoon, and this is AYV giving you a live coverage on what is happening here. Of course, it's the swearing-in ceremony of Edmond Sylvester Alpha. He has now been officially sworn in as the Electoral Commissioner of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. Of course, we have Mike Berewa, who has joined us. Mike, what does this mean? Should we celebrate?
Yes, this calls for a celebration. It's great for democracy. It's great for this country. It's great for the people of Sierra Leone.
How is this possible when, for example, the APC boycotted?
Well, it's disheartening that democracy we should engage. Democracy is not a ploy where you boycott, you confront it. It's not comfortable, right? So It's really disheartening that APC is not here, but you can see
I also invite the commissioners,
parties
the vice
over in
president, the commissioners, all
ceremony.
commissioners.
So which means it's great for democracy. It's participatory. We are looking up to them to change their mind and join the people of this country.
Or was it participatory when the APC is saying here that they have an issue even with the consultation, and of course government was in haste or has been in haste to swearing in or to have the electoral commissioner?
Government is not in haste.
I advise that if you have more than one,
space has been vacant for 8 months. That itself, it's a violation of the Constitution of the right? One thing we have to accept in democracy, we all should not agree, right? That's not democracy, where everyone agrees. Democracy, there will be discernment. Democracy, there will be a disagreement.
What was consultation done?
It was done according to the law, according to the provisions provided, right? You had the president.
Thank you very much, Excellency.
He was not even
Please
consulted.
rise
He is
for
consulted twice.
departure of His Excellency.
He was consulted. 3 days consultation is given. Letters were written to all the political parties involved. Response were received, and the president also forwarded this to Parliament, which is a broader consultation. And today we are having this historic.
Was it done in line with the tripartite recommendation? Because if you listen to the All People's Congress Party, they have an issue with the tripartite recommendation that it was not done in line, and of course a search committee was not instituted. The due process was not followed.
Well, when we say done with the tripartite recommendation, it's recommendation. Don't forget the tripartite recommendation has to go to Parliament itself for broader consultation, right? We don't know when that's going.
Should it be trivialized because it's just a recommendation?
It's not trivialized. It's not trivialized. This is historic for our country. It's historic for democracy. It's not trivialized. The tripartite is a recommendation, and we are still going to recommendations. So this is just one episode. His Excellency the President has just left. And of course, we'll be giving you live coverage on the swearing-in ceremony of Edmond Sylvester Alpha, who is now officially the commissioner of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. Of course, he's the man in charge. We are also anticipating to talk to Edmond Alpha if it's possible. It's AYV, Africa Young Voices Television. We are on channel 33, and we are also on radio 101.7 frequency modulation. I am Emmanuel Nakemo. We are live here at State House, of course, the official office of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. We are here giving you a live coverage on the swearing-in ceremony, which has just been completed. Of course, we have now gotten the Electoral Commissioner of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and of course, we have several commissioners also present here this afternoon, live here at State House. Be reminded that the journey started from approval of Parliament. Of course, it started from appointment according to the law. The President appointed. It has gone through approval of Parliament. It is the fact that there was a boycott by the opposition, main opposition of People's Congress Party, but government went ahead, of course, to approve Edmond Sylvester Alpha as Electoral Commissioner of ECSL. We have actually gotten a commissioner, and he has been sworn in as Commissioner of the Electoral Commission. We are expecting to talk to some government officials, basically, and we just have Dr. Gabriel with us. I'm afraid I think he's very busy. He cannot really talk to us, and we are trying to see how best we can talk to some government officials here, of course, those working at State House Communications, and for them to give us real more insights into the appointment, for us to have the mind of those in governance about this appointment. Amidst the fact that there has been already a boycott from the main opposition, People's Congress Party. There are several issues towards this. According to the opposition, they believe that the government is in haste
to appoint the electoral commissioner. But at the heart of all of these, of course, Edmond Sylvester Alpha has been appointed as the electoral commissioner of ECSL, the Republic of Sierra Leone. We are expecting to speak with government spokesman Alpha Kanu, the presidential spokesman. I beg your pardon, if we can. He is moving very close. Probably we'll have an opportunity to talk to talk to him. He's a friend of the AYV. Doc, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I see you're very excited with regards to the appointment. You keep smiling. Why are you excited?
When you have a president that uses the Constitution as a guiding star, they know that the country is in a safe hands.
What's the due process strictly followed, or even in line with the tripartite recommendations?
Completely. We have a Constitution. The Constitution is paramount. It is the golden of the country. It's the mother law of all laws. So anything that is outside of that Constitution will not do. His Excellency the President kept to the Constitution. He did what the Constitution told him. There was a necessity. There was a vacancy. It had lapsed for over 7 months. And of course, there is a limit to how you can have somebody acting in the capacity. And what we're happy about is that the actual choice of the Commission is from within. Somebody who had been within the Commission for nearly 20 years. We've seen several different regimes come and go. We've seen so many elections, seen so many commissioners make their mistakes, make their right choices. And for him,
It's still not attention already when, for example, the main opposition, All People's Congress Party, boycotted. Of course, there was an approval at the end of the day from the SLP government, and it's the fact that the APC boycotted.
Because once we have gone into parliament,
Stifle democracy.
it does not. It opens up democracy. But everybody has a choice to take the seat that has been given to you that you're holding on behalf of the people. Those seats in parliament don't belong to those MPs. They belong to the people of Sierra Leone. And we give them to represent them. If at the time as crucial as that, we decide to renege and because what is called a dereliction of duty, we are doing a big mistake because we are there to represent the people. We are not so very on the vote of people. Every time comes to fight to stay. So they are saying that they have been there, this commission and still have been approved because our constitution has a stipulation that you need only a quarter of the elected members of parliament to form a core of business of parliament to proceed. And that means you have in parliament only 33 people. Last time we had 97. So there's a 3 times the core we allow by law. So whatever decision is taken, you watch sometimes on video what's going on in parliament at one speed. There are times when you see in opposition, you know about 3 or 4 people, and the government is on the other side. But as long as you have enough core,
Because the quorum was not formed, the main opposition, it
doesn't matter which party it comes from. It's by number. It is not by party.
So should we also trivialize here the concern from the APC?
Trivialize what?
I mean, the concern, they said you guys should have worked towards the tripartite recommendations.
Tripartite is a recommendation. The tripartite is not yet our constitution. It is not yet in our constitution. This president and any president rules by
A lot of resources have gone towards the tripartite
the tripartite recommendations are being implemented. It's in the process of being implemented.
Are they not important?
If they're not important, they will be implemented. Haven't you seen that they're being implemented? They are being implemented. Not all important. It's on the process. And it doesn't happen in one day. It's a whole process. It will take a year or something to finish. Part of it is to review the Constitution. And that's what we are doing.
Won't it be very difficult for the commissioner here if we are talking about trust? Now that he's coming in, he has been appointed, but the APC boycotted.
The APC is only one party out of 14 parties.
Is it going to be trusted? 14 position. It's 12 out of 14 to speak. Thank you so much, we are still here at State House, which is the official office of His Excellency the President. We have met with I don't know, are you government official? Thank you so much. So, did you give your support for us to have the ECSL Commission? Did you support? Because, for example, the main opposition, People's Congress Party, boycotted and they did not support the appointment of Edmond Sylvester Alpha.
So we believe that His Excellency fulfilling criteria based on the Constitution. That's why
Did you also think about the tripartite recommendation? For example, there should be a search committee, and of course they have to diagnose before the parliament, for example, goes ahead to approve the commission of the electoral commission.
yeah, as a party, in fact, we register our position on that proposal with regards to the recommendation as stated in recommendation 36. We as a party wrote to the general stating our position that we will not subscribe to that recommendation because we believe we have no problem with that proposal because way back from the Justice Tower, recommendation, we believe that we discussed that extensively because I also wanted to be a member of that committee at that time. We don't have issue with that. All these the things that we normally have with that. We was the issue of consultation.
Why did you support? Were you not based on the plan?
Yeah, well, we believe that for the level of consultation, we believe we need to establish because our own recommendation, we propose that we need to have, a policy framework as to what will be His Excellency the President and leaders of political parties for us to agree as to what we require to be a consultation. For this Commissioner, Mr. Edmond Sylvester, His Excellency the President, the proposal coming from the Secretary to the President in what to the party for us to give our position with regards to the measure.
So did you bring trivialized the tripartite recommendation? You were just keen about the Constitution.
We did not trivialize the tripartite recommendation because we believe yes, that's also laid the foundation for electoral reforms. But some of those positions, we understand, will not subscribe to it because we feel that it will tend to create more confusion. Because once looking at this proposal, we're talking about setting a search committee, going out to nomination for youth, so many other institutions. We believe that there is no perfect nomination system.
Thank you so much.
As a party,
Thank you so much for talking to AOIV. We have also got another stakeholder. Can you just tell us your name and your designation?
Komon-Tok, Chairman and leader ECSL.
So did you give your support to the appointment of Edmond Sylvester Alpha as Commissioner of ECSL?
Yes, absolutely. We gave my endorsement to his appointment, and we are happy to lead us through the process.
Why did you give your endorsement, even though the APC, for example, is talking about boycott, saying that the due process was not followed if we are supposed to pay keen attention to the tripartite recommendation?
Actually, that's the opinion of APC, and the AGC has their own opinion. First of all, we checked the eligibility of the candidates. The president did what he has to do. He notified us and instructed my Secretary General to write to the now Commissioner for him to submit his CV to us, for which we recommend him to see his CV and then invite him later. So he called me, he turned up to my office, we interviewed him, and we were satisfied. We had a worry with the interview. That solves the whole issue, and then that gives us the mandate for us to address.
Was there a way out for you guys to have also gotten a unanimous meeting or agreement with the APC? It seems there's this kind of betrayal here. They have been betrayed. If you listen to some of them talking, some of you guys supported the government, and of course you didn't really support the fact that there should be a keen attention on the tripartite recommendations.
First of all, I find it really ludicrous for APC to say that we betrayed the members, because I don't think they are a political party and we are a political party. We are two different entities.
But you are all part of the all political parties association, APA, for example, or APA.
Yes, but that does not take away our independence in making our own judgments when it comes to national issues.
How are you independent on this, or nationalistic?
Well, the first judgment we made was, first of all, this was a nationalistic one for what is best for Sierra Leone and what is in there for Sierra Leone. And let us go back into the discussion of the tripartite. Anyway, when the tripartite committee was formed, so it was ECSL, and the two.
Thank you very much. I'm afraid we don't want to miss this interview. We have met the newly appointed, of course, electoral commissioner. He has not just been appointed. Remember, he has also gone through a swearing-in ceremony. He has been sworn in as the official electoral commissioner of the ECSL. Welcome to AYV.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure talking to the people of this country and to the nation at large, specifically the electorate and the populace. As I said, this is my day, and I'm happy and glad for the appointment that has been finalized today. There's a moving train. I'm calling everybody on board within the spirit of reconciliation, the spirit of dialogue, the spirit of inclusivity and participation. Let us all come together as a country to move this country forward. There is no space for conflict, no room for a lot of distractions. Let us move this country forward. As I said just now, democracy has driven in this country. Nobody will tell you that the democracy stagnated in Sierra Leone. We have consolidated the democracy of this country. We have moved to the stage of maturity. Now we are trying to deepen democracy, and nobody can take us back to the primitive jungles. We are surging ahead in terms of deepening democracy in Sierra Leone. And my leadership is going to ensure we strengthen that, we maintain it, and we surge ahead. Forward going, backward, never.
Is it not going to be very difficult for you, for example, when the main opposition, APC, boycotted a parliament in honor of approval?
Let me answer immediately on that. Boycotting has been the norm for all my appointments. Those who witnessed my appointments in 2019, they witnessed the APC walking out. In fact, they walked out on me twice. The next appointment, 2024, they walked out. So it was not going to be any big surprise to me that they are going to walk out, or they walked out the last one. They did not even appear. So it has been successive. Walk out, abstain. So it's part of the system. I am now entrenched. I'm deadened. I'm absorbing. I can absorb all of these pressures. Saying I should stop to the ground. But it is good for Sierra Leoneans to know that this is Edmond. This is how my leadership is going to be. I'm going to encourage all political parties to come on board, including the APC. Let me make clarity on one statement making the rounds in the media. People should have asked what prompted the response of, I call myself now the Chief Electoral Commissioner and Chairman. Yes. What prompted my response? The guy who interviewed me asked, the general perception, the notion in this country is that 2028 is going to be chaotic. People are going to run away from this country because there's going to be too much of tension and chaos. What is your reaction to that? That was the question I was asked. But nobody has ever ventured to ask what brought about the answer. I answered within the context of the law. We had the laws in 2007. We had the laws in place 2012. We had the laws in place 2018. And same was what we had for 2023. Are we not going to approve the laws in 2028? Are we not going to have a legal framework? All throughout these phases, there have been reforms along the line. There have been instances our Public Elections Act has been reformed transformatively.
What kind of reforms are you going to bring in line with the tripartite recommendations? For example, when we talk about electoral reforms.
I don't want to prejudice those that are already in the bill, but the reforms will come in different categories. I have started outlining that as part of my core values, that of independence, that of ensuring that I operate an open door policy for everybody. I'm going to be very much mindful of criticism because this is a job If you cannot absorb all of those criticisms, you cannot take it on board. So I'm going to ensure that I work alongside with everybody to ensure that democracy moves forward in this country.
Thank you so much. Of course, the new electoral commissioner of ECSL, he has been sworn in already. It's been AYV, and of course, we have been giving you a live coverage on the ceremony. Let me say thank you to the production team over there, and of course, the man behind the scene. I have been Emmanuel Yakemo giving you a live coverage here at State House. Thank you for watching.
Mrs. Alpha, you should be working alongside this.
Not of pure sensation. Get ready to groove diamond style and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner, dance and platform show where elegance meets energy and the future takes flight. A night to dine, a night to dance, a night to launch and take a chance on June 13th. Step into the scene, All Saints Central, where the moment becomes magic. Where the moment becomes magic.
An unforgettable convergence. Celebrate the official launch of our book and platform in an atmosphere charged with music, flavor and inspiration. This is not just an event, it's a movement. Komon-Tok platform. Event details.
Well, grand dinner dance, book and platform launch Saturday, June 13, 2020. Swear Olsen Community Centre, 105 New Cross Road, London, say 14, 5 DJ. Tickets
early bird,
feast now,
standard at the gate.
Yes now,
Spectrum,
show your support.
You go on early bird.
Don't just attend, take part in the sensation. Take part in the launch. Book your tickets now. +44 745 76.